El día de hoy, Williams nos ha presentado el FW47 en la pista de Silverstone y es Carlos Sainz que sale en su primer vuelta de prueba en un auto ligeramente camuflado, en donde nos han dejado ver un poco sobre el nuevo patrocinador para la escudería, que es Atlassian. Ha comentado James Bowles, ha dicho que este auto es la evolución del coche del 2024.
Likes that. They want to be part of something, a journey as such, Jensen, yes?
Yeah, and of course, you know, this isn't a family-owned team anymore, but it definitely has those values still. It feels like a family. And I think that's why people love this team, and they're very passionate about this team. You know, they've seen the struggles they've gone through, a team that's won multiple world championships, drivers, constructors. They've gone through the love of difficult times. You don't want to hear my voice, you want to hear that thing going out the garage. So good. So good.
There it goes. There it goes. Now we kind of hold our breath, you know, it's like a shakedown. Is everything going to stick together? All the parts going to stay on the car? Is it going to come back in one piece? I have a good feeling it is.
I think we can hear a little bit of Carlos chatting away there. Let's listen into team radio and let's see if we can get a little back and forth from the team and Carlos there.
Seven. Radio check the back straight, please.
Yeah, radio's good.
Jensen, I know it's been a minute, but can you relay the emotions Carlos might be feeling right now? Whazzing that car on the track.
Thank you for making me feel very old. It's not been that long.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Yeah, it's all in his hands as well. You know, he's the driver that's been chosen to drive out onto the track. Doesn't mean anything, you know, in terms of who they choose, but there he goes.
Okay, maybe again the short track layout in the junction, turn
first
4,
lap,
turn 40.
down one gear into turn 1. You know, it's good. I mean, that's still 100 and something miles an hour, but a little bit slower
good so
as
far.
the installation lap.
Yeah, all good.
All good so far. That's what you want to hear, Naomi.
That's what you want to hear, but just, you know, to carry on from Jensen's point, it's almost, if you think about it sentimentally, the very beginning of his journey at Williams. It starts today, it starts with these first kilometers, and whilst, you know, this is just the very beginning, he's made it very clear that he wants to go further with his team throughout the future. So, just the first step in the right direction is, you know,
all good. Just really cold in here, but all good.
Really cold. I bet he's feeling that in the cockpit.
Yeah, he's doing installation laps at Silverstone now, not in Italy.
60 kph. On Max engine.
I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because it's his first day in the FW47, and to come back in, no shunts, no wiggles. It's gone well.
Yeah. Always nice to see the car come back
in one piece.
But as I said earlier, you know, it's such a big day because the mechanics and everyone, this is really the first time they've had this car together. You know, every single part on this car and the bodywork together, and they go, oh, look how well it fits together. And I think, you know, this year, from just talking to the mechanics, everything has fitted together nicely. And I know that sounds silly, but it doesn't always happen. But you see the you know, the way the bodywork fits together and everything. It's beautiful.
It's a handsome beast, isn't it, Naomi?
It looks lovely.
Yeah.
I mean, looks can be deceiving though. But for a starting point, looks fantastic. We saw some thumbs up from the mechanics there. So far, so good.
I believe Jensen's going to take a stroll in and try and get a one-on-one with Carlos there. Jensen, happy hunting.
Yeah, this is always an interesting one. He's done an installation. He's going to look at me like, what are you doing, asking me a question? Don't you know better?
If it was anybody else, he would, but I'm sure he wants to talk to Jensen Button.
I'm going to wait until he takes his crash helmet off so we can see that pretty face.
Look at those eyes. Intensity.
All right. I also want to see if he's got a smile on his face.
Go on, Jensen, get in there. Don't be shy.
You would hope to see a smile on the face, Naomi, at this point, wouldn't you? I mean, he's just got out there. The journey begins.
Exactly. The journey begins. He's brought the car back in one piece, as we knew he would. But most importantly, this does, you know, sort of work as a function test as well. They've got to make sure that all the components are put together correctly. There's no leaks, there's no anything gone wrong, and so far so good. So everyone looks happy. All the hard work and the culmination of all the hard work and hours and blood, sweat, tears, everything that's gone into putting this car together today is off on the right track.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Because for us, yeah, we're having a bit of fun here today, and we're trying to make a show of it, but at the same time, for these guys, it's data. They've been collecting for both laps there, yes?
100%, and it's a lot of pressure. I mean, each person individually who puts their effort and input into this car is going to be looking at the work that they've done and to make sure that everything just maintains going smoothly.
Yeah.
You know, wheel gun there in the background. But so far, so good, and this is what you want to see. Obviously,
Beautiful.
the days, it's still a long day. They've got 200 kilometers, as we said, to get this car out and properly shooken out, but it's starting perfectly. This is what you want to see and what you want to have.
Carlos.
Let's get a word from Carlos to Jensen.
Obviously, that was a long run. You're going to give us all the feedback of how quick the car is, right?
No, not with wet tires on a dry track, but yeah, I can tell you everything went fine, which is good news. You know, an install lap of a newly born car is always a bit tricky, but everything worked as it should, and now we're ready to get into the run plan.
Excellent. So what happens now? Do they look over the car and what have you, and then the next run you can go and push it harder? Will you be on slick tires?
Yeah, so now first I need to give the feedback. You're not letting me give the feedback to the engineers of the 2 or 3 things that I felt that could be improved, or feeling inside the cockpit and everything that I want to obviously talk to them about. So now once we finish this interview, I'll give the feedback, and then we'll get the car ready to run on slicks and probably start pushing it little by little.
Well, we're all a big family here, so I can relay the information for you if you'd like.
You want to?
No. Good luck, man. Thank you very much.
Se espera que hoy más tarde Alex Albon también salga a probar el nuevo FW47.